hands-on React applications with React hooks. My name's Victor Kane, and I'm the author of Hands-on React Applications with React Hooks. I hope it'll be one of the most useful courses you've ever taken. It's certainly a fascinating topic, so I'll be doing my best to show you how to actually make good use of React hooks. I'm a seasoned full-stack web application engineer with more than 45 years of experience. Been working with full-stack JavaScript since 2010. Building apps in React since 2016. If you'd like to contact me, or if you have any questions or you'd like to comment on the course, please do so via Twitter at a web factory. That's a_web_factory. Be happy to hear from you or answer your questions. The course overview. In this course, we'll find out what problems React hooks are really capable of solving and exactly how they solve these problems with a set of initial simple and straightforward examples. Then, once we've begun to actually use React hooks and understand how they fit into React's architecture, we'll drill down into actual non-trivial usage of the approach, including real-world examples. What we'll learn. We have 6 sections in the course. In section 1, excited about thinking in React, again, we'll take a look at the showcase single-page app Thinking in React, as it always has been, and then discover what it can be now with React hooks and why we need to bother. Now, even though the first videos in section 1 must introduce and provide an overview to what the course entails and how to get started in thinking in React, there still must be a hands-on approach, diving right into the code as the only way to understand the initial concepts. Otherwise, everything will turn out too abstract. Getting the Thinking in React app going will necessarily include all dependencies for Create React App and will constitute a very brief review of main React architectural and structural features. So you don't have to worry if you're not that familiar with React. In this first section, we'll not only find out what the React baseline is, why it's been so successful up to now, we'll also find out what programmers have been complaining about in the last year or two, and how they can be solved with React hooks in a hands-on, concrete manner. Section 2, Groking and Owning State in Function Components. We'll see how we can not only do away with class component boilerplate, but also with constructor-based state boilerplate too, and see how everything boils down to readily accessible values and functions, with no need for this or bind. A series of code challenges of increasing difficulty are presented, and they're solved based on state-related React hooks using the useState function. Now, this is not an abstract quiz on hooks. The programming challenges presented here happen to be able to be solved via hooks. In all cases, solutions based on function components using React hooks will be compared to class component solutions to emphasize the benefits. In section 3, Groking and Owning Side Effects in Function Components, we'll see how we can concentrate what we want to accomplish with external and/or lifecycle events, or with data or browser API requests, and how we can name values and functions accordingly instead of worrying about which particular lifecycle method to use. Again, a series of code challenges of increasing difficulty are presented, and they are solved based on side effects related React hooks, using the useEffect function. We'll be using solutions involving useState, useEffect, useContext, and useRef. In all cases, solutions will be compared again to class component solutions to emphasize the benefits. Then, Section 4. Yes, you can. Roll your own custom hooks. We'll see how easy it is to roll our own, and then share and reuse the state and side effects logic across the entire app. All the advantages of the old mix-ins, without the problems they used to cause. We'll see we don't need higher order components so much anymore either. The whole idea is less complexity, more simplicity and power. This will be shown along with other more advanced items like async await requests from external data APIs using our own custom hooks. More challenging examples will be dealt with here, and in each case custom hooks will be required. Finally, methods for the reuse of hooks and hook-based function components across the entire app will be used. This will really be hands-on. We'll be doing things like developing a theme changer, developing a language selector, saving a session that will survive page refresh, and we'll whip up a simple blog app that can get posts saved to a REST API backend. Section 5. RealWorld. Get started with a Gatsby web app based on React hooks. Now, it's no accident that React powers and extends the static site generator and web app framework Gatsby.js. We'll get started with this exciting framework and confirm that React hooks are opt-in, 100% backwards compatible, and easy to integrate with what we're using now in Gatsby, and how React hooks will help us to take advantage of the newer features. Section 6. RealWorld. Complete our Gatsby web app based on React hooks. And as we do so, we'll be using RealWorld and thoroughly non-trivial uses. We'll be introduced to the exciting world of GraphQL and the Gatsby hooks to make use of that. We'll be learning about the Gatsby lifecycle, how to create nodes programmatically, pages based on the data we fetch, again, from an external data source, made available to our app as GraphQL. It's going to be really exciting in this sense. We'll access the page document and make SEO adjustments. We'll learn some really cool media management. That's going to be a really exciting way to round out this course. Course requirements: a basic proficiency with JavaScript, some knowledge of ES6 a plus, like arrow functions or whatever, but don't worry about it, because we'll have everything explained. Some familiarity with React, even if you started to work with it and later gave it up because it seemed to have a steep learning curve, everything will be easier now with React hooks. You do need a development environment, simply with a Linux-style shell, even in Windows, in Linux, in Mac, and of course a Chrome browser. You do need to have Node.js installed to manage and run our dev tools like Create React App and the Gatsby CLI, as well as to install the dependencies when running the code examples. Now, running the code examples in a hands-on course is a must. And you'll enjoy doing that, and it will really show. You'll be able to examine in detail everything we learn in that way. Our goals in this course are to be able to easily adopt React with React hooks for a more productive, maintainable, and cleaner React with a much flatter learning curve. Appreciate that there's a new React as of 16.8 and learn how to think in the new React, not only as a syntax, but as a process for analyzing, designing, and implementing your web apps. Be able to tackle real-world projects via the ability to reuse state, side effects, context, and logic on a component as well as on an application-wide level. Learn how to take advantage of tools such as Create React App, as well as the exciting new framework, Gatsby.js, and others like it. Let's get started, hands-on, with React hooks right away.